The BMW M3 GTR E46 is the greatest car of all time. The only reason this car would be relevant to me is because of the game. Whines like a monster. Handles like an exotic beast. I didn't realize how good of a car this was until I saw the pictures and the stories before I played Need for Speed Most Wanted recently. It felt pretty great to actually just. The memories I had with this car are blurry. I used to play NSF Carbon as a kid. Well, barely. I had to use my uncle's PC and he didn't have much time for me to play on it. I remember the start of the campaign, but I didn't know the exact context. Only when I played both games again did I get why this car didn't appear again in Carbon's campaign. Unless, of course, you modded it, or used Quick Race, or used the Pursuit Challenge. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, then here's a story of Need for Speed Most Wanted and Carbon involving the BMW M3 in the most interesting way I can tell you. Imagine being a street racer who probably stole one of BMW's rare race cars of their whole brand. Like for real, you can't purchase the GTR version of this car because they didn't build enough for it. There were only a few built, but nothing like Le Mans race car they made. In fact, that's what you drove, a race car for a 24-hour endurance race. Who won it, by the way? So, knowing that you now have a car that isn't even street legal at all, imagine that car being taken from you in the most bullshit way possible. Your car in the race literally got sabotaged, and that loser who did it used your car to become the most wanted street racer in the city. What will you do? Of course, you take vengeance by climbing your way up the Blacklist 15, a list of full of 15 wanted street racers, and you just claw your way up. You beat them in a race one by one until you meet the guy who stole your car from you, where at this point, you and him have a bounty of 10 mil. 10 million. You win the race, of course, but then the cops in the city, who are gung ho about legal street racing, bust in and arrest the entirety of the Blacklist 15. Except you, who were out in the run. You, back again with your sweet BMW M3, flee the city, and become the most wanted street racer in the country. No kidding. And that concept alone, where you own a car that isn't even allowed to the public, while also being the most wanted street racer, is why the BMW M3 E46 GTR is the best car of all time. Hilariously, you barely used the car in the campaign, and somehow everyone loved the car you didn't use much in the game.